Welcome, my dear listener. Are all how are you, the friends? That what I will tell you about today's. The refugees. So get start this story. The last one of these long procession of silence man and woman was a little windowed old man. Even he carried a load of two baskets lying on a pole in his shoulder, the same load of a colded quilt, a cauldron. But there was only one cauldron. In the other basket, it seemed there was a quilt, quilt extremely ragged and patched, but clean still. Although the load was light, it was too much for the old man. It was evident that in usual times he would be beyond the age of awake and was perhaps excitement to such labor in recent years. His breath will salt as he staggered along, and he strained his eyes to watch those who are ahead of him, lest he be left behind, and his old wrinkled face was set in a state of gasping agony. Suddenly he could go no more. He said his burned down with great gentleness and sank upon the ground. His head sunk between his knees, his eyes closed. Panting desperately, starved as he was, a little blood rose in dark patches on his cheeks. A vendor selling hot noodles said his stand near and shouted his trade cry, and the light from the stand fell on the old man's dropping figure. A man passing stopped and muttered, looking at him, I swear I can give no more this day if I am to feed my own even nothing but noodles. But here is this old man. Well, I will give him the bit of silver I earned. Tried again next tomorrow and tossed to tomorrow again. If my own old father had been alive, I would have given it to him. He brought out of his bag gulped a bit of silver coin, and after a moment's hesitation and muttering, he added to it a copper penny. Their old father, he said with a sort of bitter heartiness, let me see you eat noodles. The old man lifted his head slowly. Oh, when he saw the silver, he went, take it, he said. Sir, I did not beg of you. Sir, we have good and land, and we have never been starving like this before, having such good land. But this year the river rose and men stopped even on good and at such times. Sir, we now have no seed left. We have eaten our seed. I told them we can eat the seed, but they were young and hungry, and they ate it. Take it, said the man, and he dropped the money into the old man's earphones. and on his way saying. The vendor prepared his bowl of noodles and called out, "How many will you eat, old man?" Then was the old man stirred. He felt eagerly in his earphones, and when he saw the two coins there, the one's copper and the other silver, he said, "One small bowl is enough. Can you eat only one small bowl then?" asked the vendor astonished. "It is not for me," the old man answered. The vendor stared astonished, but being a simple man, he said no more, but prepared the bowl, and when it was finished, he called out, "Here it is," and he wanted to see who would eat it. Then the old man rose with a great effort and took the bowl between his shaking hands, and he went to the other basket. There, while the vendor was the old man, pulled aside the quaint until one could see the shrunken face of the small boy lying with his eyes first closed. One would have said the child was dead, except that once the old man lifted his head so that his mouth could touch the edge of the little bowl, he began to swallow feebly until the hot mixture was finished. The old man kept murmuring to him, "They are my heart, they are my child." "Here, grandson," said the vendor. "Yes," said the old man, "the son of my son." Both my son and his wife were drowned as they walked on our land on our dikes broke. He covered the child tenderly, and then, squatting on his haunches, he ran his tongue carefully around the little bowl and removed the last stage of food. Then, as though he had been fed, he handed the bowl back to the vendor. "But we have the silver bit," cried the vendor, astonished to see that the old man ordered no more. The old man shook his head. "That is for seed," he replied. "As soon as I saw it, I knew I would buy seed with it." They ate up all the seed, and without shall the land be sown again if I were not so poor myself, said the vendor. "I might even have given you a bowl, but to give something to a man who has a bit of silver." He shook his head, puzzled. "I do not ask you, brothers," said the old man. "Well, I know you can't understand, but if had land, you would know it must be put to seed again, or there will be starvings yet another year. The best I can do for this grandson of mine is to buy a little seed for the land. You will, even though I die, and others must plant it. The land must be put to seed." He took up his load again, his old legs trembling and straining, his eyes down the long stone street. He struggled on. So, friends, were today's chapters. Like to come, please like it and enjoy. Those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, they must be subscribed to such adaptation. Thanks a lot to those who subscribe to my channel.